We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Flush to his right. And he'll let this go deep for Lewis. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Broncos first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Off play action, Jones. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Cam Akers, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
13. Broncos, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions. And this is what on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Yeah, baby, we coming again.
Picked off near the 26. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Stafford. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
To throw from his end zone, Jones out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Raiders 27, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Stafford looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Barkley across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
44-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that in this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the ground, it's Akers. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Kyle Van Noy.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had...
There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And the route is on here in this first half. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. make sure you just turn around and hand.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Back at the 48.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Pass. Complete.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
On the play.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top. Unsuccessful.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Room here to run. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 45 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford forced out to his left. And a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's get him.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Raiders 41, Broncos nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
48-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Raiders 48, Broncos nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and that decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Las Vegas. Chandler.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's Jones. On 1st and 10. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jones. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Claypool, incomplete. Kareem Jackson on the coverage.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Broncos.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first and 10, Stafford. Airing this one out for Evans. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Mike Evans, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And 8.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second.